Welcome back to another episode of No BS Podcast, where everything get popping, everything get jumping. So first, I want to give a big shout out to all my sponsors. Get Good Life, we appreciate you. Rich Hugs, we appreciate you. And Overspill, we appreciate you. I want to just give a big shout out to all the sponsors that donate and put toward the show and making this thing happen. Without y'all, it will be possible. With y'all, it's even more possible. Thank you. Now, if you're new to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button. And shout out to the 44 followers we got in the last 21 days. We appreciate y'all, new members. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, any button that go ding to let you know when we jumping off and pop it off. And that's what we do here at No BS Podcast. And if you want to catch the audio version of what's going on, make sure you hit Spotify, iHeart, Google, any major platform that you can get audio version of the show. We are on. So make sure you go ahead and download it. It's No BS Podcast, and all the links and link trees and everything else will be in the bio. With all that being said, man, I got a special guest. I ain't seen my brother in a minute.
It's been a while, bro.
It's been a while, and it's all love. You know what I'm saying?
Love, for sure.
But you got one of the most popping brands in these streets. You got celebrities chasing you down. Yeah. You got the ladies chasing the brand down. Yeah. Like, the brand speaks for itself. I mean, everything that you do with it, every movement that you make, everything new thing that you drop, like, people are on top of your brand. And your brand, when I first met you, I think you was probably at like 10, 15,000 followers. Yeah. And I looked the other day, you like ran around 50, 60 off the jump, and that's less than a year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's less than a year, and that's a blessing. For all y'all that don't know my man, I'm quite sure you might not know the face, but you know the brand. It's Rich Royals.
Yes, sir.
So, man, what you been up to, my brother?
Man, getting to it, brother. You know, just getting to it.
So go ahead.
Just grinding, bro. Like, that's literally what's been going on. A lot more than I've ever been. Like, I would say in this day and age, bro, I'm so focused. You know what I mean?
Right.
And because I think, like, at the time when we first connected, I was just going full time with the brand.
So, I remember we was talking. You was like, yeah, this is what I'm just about to do.
Yeah.
I think, who was it? It was one of the celebrities had just made a post about
Jania.
And he was like, oh, it's time.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, dawg, I got to do it. I got to do it.
He's like, it's time.
I knew at that moment, bro, I had to do it. And, you know, one of the things that I had to really tell myself was, you know, understand that when someone wears the brand, like a figure like her, just know that it isn't going to change everything, but it's definitely going to change in that moment. So understanding that and knowing that I didn't try to make any fast decisions, you know, but I had a big goal in mind, and that one at that time was to go full time with the brand. And just after contemplating it and really putting together a plan, I just started to realize, like, it's time to do it, because if I just continue to procrastinate, I'll always find a reason for it to be like,
for not to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're so used to being in that comfort zone, and and a lot of people don't realize, once you're in a comfort zone and you feel real comfortable, and now you're thinking about doing something that's gonna make you comfortable. Like, a lot of people go to the weight room and don't want the soreness, right? So and I look at that like, so you get the people that go in the gym that just do enough where they don't get sore. Then you get the people that go in and just like,
exactly.
Then the next day they like, poof.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for a newcomer that's getting ready to be an entrepreneur, when you walk in that weight room, you like, ooh, do I really want to be swole up like Buddy?
Trying to tell
or
you.
do I just want to be like this Buddy right here, just doing enough?
Right.
Not realizing when you step into that entrepreneur world, that attitude, you have to have that.
Yes.
You got to go in there ready to be bumped, ready to be bruised, ready to be sore, ready to can't walk, ready to can't get up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how was that transition?
It was actually, bro, it happened at the right time.
Okay.
And I will always say, like, it was on God's timing. And I think the biggest thing I got out of it was I learned my why. And knowing my why, it ties into our slogan of the brand, which is expand your comfort zone. And for me at that time, I was just going into a position where I'm like, you know, I want to do this full time. And I had to make a decision to just step out on faith or stay in where I'm comfortable at. And me being me, I just wasn't comfortable with staying in my comfort zone. I knew I had to just expand it. And so I made a decision to just put in a 2 weeks notice from Walmart at the time. And then I left there in February of 2020. And mind you, bro, like this was right when COVID started.
Right.
So, you know, at that time, I had no clue. This was February 2020. COVID really started like March 2020.
2 years in. Okay.
Yeah. And so March 2020 comes, you know, I'm just like, the world's shutting down. I don't know what's about to happen. And, you know, we continue going through the motions and, you know, constantly building on the brand, getting out into Clark, Atlanta, and like going to different schools, doing pop-up shops. And then eventually with that, coming May 2020, I ended up getting a billboard. And then after that, July 2020, I ended up getting my first office suite. And then going to September, like that office suite didn't even last like a month.
I was about to say.
Yeah, it was short lived.
I knew it was growing fast.
Yeah, it was
anyway,
like it was just growing. It was growing and growing, bro.
That's a meeting spot.
Yeah, exactly. And then we ended up moving into a 1,500 square foot warehouse after that, and then stayed there. And then we ended up moving into our current warehouse, which is 4,500 square foot, in June 2021. So it's just been constant elevation. Like even now, we're looking into moving into a bigger building once our lease is up. But you know, it's just always taking that leap of faith. You know, because if you're staying in that bubble and you're staying where you're comfortable at, you'll never know what's really out there, unless you try it. And me, I'm just always like, I'd rather try it, fail if I fail, and just learn from it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's what helped me get over my fears of like staying where I'm at or just going for what I want to achieve.
So how many times did you fail?
A lot. a lot, bro. Just making, I always use the analogy like I've made millions of mistakes.
Right.
And I always fall, but I always get up. You know what I mean? And just having that attitude, man, it just teaches me like not to hold myself back from doing anything, because you know, if you learn from it, I don't really consider it an L.
It's not an L.
It's not an L if you learn from it.
No, it's definitely not an L.
As long as you learn from it. You know what I mean?
Now, if you get up and do the same over and then over, all right, you might be in the wrong business.
Yeah, you're doing the wrong thing.
This might not be your niche.
Exactly.
You sure the Lord told you to jump on this faith or somebody you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So what do you feel like is the hardest part of starting a brand from like the beginning?
From the beginning, I think just getting started. You know, that's what so many people struggle with. Like even to this day, I continue to meet people that want to start a brand, and the biggest problem or hurdle that they're having a hard time getting over is getting started.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they come into it with the mindset, and I did too, but a lot of people come into it with the mindset of, oh, everything has to be perfect. I want it to be perfect. I want my product like this. I want the highest quality product. I want the, my website got to be laid out like this. And all of that keeps them from actually getting started.
And not realizing that's actually holding you back. Yeah. Because none of that shit matters.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And see, like, even for me, like, when I got started, bro, I sacrificed a lot of stuff. Like, for one, I'm not ashamed to say it now. Like, I sacrificed the quality so I could get my price point at a reasonable price point to just get my product floating around the streets as fast as I possibly could.
Right.
And with doing that, we learned how to do what's called the $10 T method. And basically, we took our best-selling product, got it for the lowest price point possible, and then just sold them at $10. And at $10, bro, it's like, it's a no-brainer. It's like, okay, I'll get me one. I'll get my girl one. You know what I mean? And
I get 2 for 20.
Yeah, for sure. And so, like, doing that, bro, what I learned is how much it was just boosting our brand awareness, because, like, people were going everywhere and seeing our shirts around. You know, this is when, like, the split TV in our brand was, like, super heavy. And people would go around, they see the shirts everywhere, and they're like, man, everybody wearing this. Where y'all getting these from? And it just made people want to wear it just because they were seeing it everywhere. That's you know what I mean?
So what you sacrificed in quality at the time was also great marketing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because that word of mouth went quick.
Fast.
You know what I'm saying? And if you got everybody getting it, to me, that's like the old mixtape mentality back days. Like,
yeah.
If I'm about to blow, I need to take this mixtape to every club, everything, $1. Everybody get it for $1.05, maybe 10.
Yes, sir.
But right now, let me get it up off me as quick as possible. And then next thing you know, you're like technically nobody ever just went and bought a Lil Wayne drought 1, drought 2, mixtape. Like, you was always like, oh, he dropped another one hot. And then now you on the streets looking for it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
It's the hustle.
Yeah.
Like, let me just throw it on out there. And now look at them. You know what I'm saying? Now look at shit, you can look at all the mixtape guys from back in the day. Jeezy, Tip, Gucci.
Yeah.
Like, the whole ASAP Rocky crew.
Yeah.
Like, let me just get this out here. The more I get it out here, the more people listen to it, the more people buzzing. Boom, let me just ride around these vans, just dropping off. The Master P mentality, like, and you know what? Approach.
That I think the one thing like I got out of that the most is like I learned about the hustle.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then just seeing like people were connecting with me just because they respected the fact that we were really out there. Like, bro, we used to set up in the hood. You know what I mean? Yeah. And literally, like, I still got pictures and videos on my phone, like, where we were in the hood with boxes of shirts in the trunk and literally selling it out the trunk like that. You know what I mean?
That's a whole mixtape.
Yeah, bro. Like, passing it out like a mixtape. You know what I mean? Like, it's something you got to feel a little bit more than the mixtape. But, you know, we were really out there, like, going city to city, like, everywhere around, like, our surrounding counties because I wanted to take over my surrounding counties first before I try to, like, really, of course, like, the end goal is always to, like, be worldwide. But I just wanted to get a buzz going around where I was from so that I could take it to the masses. And it's like, what is this? And why don't I have it yet? You know what I mean?
Right.
And so
make it high demand.
And it worked. It literally
I know.
worked. Yeah.
I know. I see it. I watch it on social media.
Yeah, man. So taking that approach, like I learned so much from it, and we still do it to this day, bro. Like I don't ever feel like we'll be too big to where we can't, like, you know, like, of course, like, we can't just go post up.
Nah,
you know, certain places.
We got $10 like, Tuesdays. We're going to do this once a month.
Yeah, man.
Every first Tuesday, we're going to show love.
Yeah, for sure.
These are the 100 items we letting go at this price.
Yes,
Call
sir.
now.
Yeah, man. And I fall in love with the hustle more than, like, you know, a lot of stuff that comes with it.
What did you learn, like, from starting up to now that will benefit, like, somebody that's trying to get started into the business?
Stay consistent.
How hard is that, though?
Super hard, but it's super possible.
Because it's easy to say, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you a prime example. Like, for me, I thought I was doing, like, even, like, for the podcast example, right? To me, I was like, I did some research. I started following, like, who I thought was popping, like, B. Simone podcast, Tim podcast. He's like a preacher. Who was it? Oh, the Poor Minds Girls, the 85 South. Learn Your Leisure. I started following all these podcasts, right? And I was like, all right, so if I need to see how often they're doing it so I can be on their pace. So once I get on their pace, then I know how to go from there. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, 3 posts on this, 3 posts on this, 3 posts on this. So I'm like, all right, that's what I need to do, and I can grow faster.
Yeah.
So I'm going down my timeline, and I'm thinking that my posts, I'm killing it with my 3. I watched B. Simone did it for me, right? She don't even know me from Adams. I don't even know her.
For real? She invited me to her show recently.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I would get on there if I was you.
Yeah, for sure.
But I follow the channel. So I'm looking down my timeline on IG. So I post one. I seen B. Simone post one. So that's like at 8 o'clock in the morning. So my next scheduled post is 12 and 4. So from that 8 to that 12, I promise you, my whole timeline was B. Simone, B. Simone, B. Simone, her friend, the girl on there with her on there. Like, they probably dropped like maybe 7 more clips in that 4-hour span. And I'm sitting here like, all right, I added hers up. Then I looked at Earn Your Leisure. So I'm like, bro, from 8 to 12, this dude done repurposed 12 clips in less than 4 hours. He done made 4 posts just on here alone. So I'm looking at Preacher Tim. Boy, buddy, I'm sitting here like, yo, he done dropped about 8 posts in 4 hours. Here I am doing 1 time, 8, 12, and 4, and I'm sitting here like,
it's like I ain't doing something right.
What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
I'm half-assed.
Right. And I thought I was in my mind, I was like, oh, I'm killing it.
Yeah.
I'm killing it.
Until you see somebody else that's doing it, and it's like.
But you don't realize it until you start learning, and you don't have to really just study people, but if you really want to learn the game and see what it takes on people that's actually got the following, that was one of my mindsets. Like, let me just see if I keep up with them. Now that I see and I done did the study for this whole month, I'm like, all right, let me go back to all these episodes.
Exactly. And I literally just took that approach with how we do our releases now, bro. Like I recently connected with another brand, and what they do is they drop every Tuesday. Tooling, and shout out to them. I recently connected with them, and they were like breaking down like why they drop every Tuesday and the effects of how it helps build consistency. And you know, it helped me a lot because in the past, bro, we would just do drops like with no kind of plan. It would just be
no purpose. It's just
it's just like, oh, I came up with this today. Drop, put it on the floor, take a picture. Let's drop it tomorrow. You know, and it just wasn't consistent. You know, like people would be like, oh, when y'all dropping this, when y'all dropping again, and it's like we don't even know. But now we kind of have our customers on a schedule where it's like every Thursday, 12 p.m. It's either a new drop, it's something going on.
Something got to happen.
You know, and it's been so much more seamless because it's consistent. We know what's going on. We're consistent with our manufacturers, so they kind of know, like, well, they pretty much know we need product here on this day, you know, and it's like literally a system going from designing it to putting it in production and getting it to our warehouse.
How long did it take you to put that system together, though?
Bro, I'm literally just getting it.
You still learning?
Yeah, like I'm literally just getting it in place. Like I haven't been doing this whole sequel thing, not even a full 3 months, bro.
Right.
It's like we still working on it.
I'm gonna tell you that's what I learned too. That I'm gonna start implementing to like each month of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Not just podcast, just even my photography, marketing, branding business. Right. Like I started going back old school, just start looking like old school stuff, right? And I happened to stumble on Mac Miller, right?
Right.
And he, I was sitting here and I was like, I don't remember seeing this music video. So I hit the button. He used to be one of my favorite artists, but he still is, even though he's gone. But I went and hit one of the videos. I was like, I don't remember watching this video. Mm-hmm. And all that whole video was him having fun and doing like a whole routine just to unveil his new album cover. Dang. And I was like, yo, that's dope. People used to unveil album covers.
Right.
So I need to do something each month to unveil my next guest
right.
for the month, or unveil the look, or whatever it is that I'm going to do. Like, that's going to be dope. Like, sure. That's a campaign. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I mean, a rollout.
How often do you have your own personal designers, or you do all the designing yourself?
I do all the designing myself. Yeah. I had someone in the past that would help out with it. But just due to issues like that we've had with designs and stuff, I just figured it was best for me to do it myself. And it's more like organic because like I really know what my customers like. And I just find ways to just continually just put out new designs that attract them. And it's far much more than what we're used to. So it's like it's kind of still a new phase for us because for so long we were used to doing just the split half and half.
Right.
And it's just changing up different colors, but now it's more like different designs.
I see you got women clothing stuff in
there.
Yeah,
bro, exactly.
I've seen sweatsuits now.
Yeah.
I've been through the pages.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I already know, man. And that's just like, that's what's been going on a lot for us. Now it's just like getting more creative with our designs, get more creative with the content, get more creative with the marketing. And with doing that, we're just seeing like the growing pains of it, like the scaling side of it is just helping us get to that level that we're trying to get to.
Right.
So, yeah.
Have you thought about like getting into the NIL game?
I did before. I really haven't like delved into it lately, but I definitely did some months ago.
How did that work out?
I didn't do it.
Said nah.
Yeah, nah. I passed up on it, man.
You passed up on it.
You into it?
I am. If I got
we got to talk.
If there's somebody I can go ahead and get part of the brand, like some people do, like they'll put some money into whoever that's hot or in high school. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody like, for example, like Mikey Williams, right? Mm-hmm. He would make $3.6 million off of just brand endorsement deals. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And growing people brands. And he in high school. Little Bronny do the same thing. There's a whole bunch of other people. And I was like, well, maybe I might do that for no BS. But let me see what level I want to be at first.
Yeah.
Because
it make sense.
Yeah, because if he getting $3.6 million from different brands, he ain't getting that shit from me.
You got to draw the line somewhere.
You get some clothes and maybe $1,000.
Maybe a feature on the show or something.
He come and talk about life one time. He come free photo shoot, man.
Do all that.
I ain't got no $100,000 contract for you, player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just one of the. I was just curious because I know, especially with the type of brand you got, it's definitely into that realm where people would love to probably invest or be part of it. Yeah. To just get them type of NIL type vibes going on with certain people.
For sure. Yeah, it's something that I'm kind of like interested in doing. I just haven't done it. You know what I mean? And like I said, I've talked about it before. I just never executed. So it's not a bad deal though.
Nah.
Especially if you go into it with a plan.
And if you do it, and you got the right person too.
Yeah. And that falls on knowing like your demographic. Knowing how this person could affect the people that you target. You know? I think if you don't know that, you just be wasting money. Cause like I'm gonna tell you, I wasted a lot of money trying to reach out to influencers just because they had millions of followers.
How did that work out? Cause I got my own perspective of that.
Bro, you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
The worst investment ever.
I figured that.
You know what I mean? I had to pull the mic close to say that, bro. Because it was literally, it was like no effect. Because I was just like, oh, this person got 1 million followers. They reach out to them. Oh, you charging this? Okay,
they took
cool.
your money, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you the experience I had, right? So I was like, all right. Okay, such and such got, 2.5. Mm-hmm. Oh, they going to run an ad on their page for you. I'm going to go ahead and pay for that. Okay, this going to cost me about $500 to run it. They gonna keep it out there for 2 or 3 days. Yeah. Right? And I'm sitting here, I'm like, all right, I bought into the whole scheme, which is really a scheme, right?
Same, bro. Same.
And I'm like, one, the followers are only following them because of them. Mm-hmm. Right? Yep. So they're not really interested in what they're really promoting. Yeah. 2, like you really ain't even put me on your page like that. Yeah. Like you really. Now, if it was some makeup or something, now, especially with women, if it was some makeup or something, oh, they go all in explaining this. Mm-hmm. But when it come to clothes, oh, yeah, I just got them this and this. And it's like not even the full branding experience you would do for somebody else or yourself. Yeah. Like on your page, you going all in about, oh, I got this, and then, oh, we got that, or I'm doing this, and then this. You got a whole 3 minutes.
It just don't seem organic.
Right. I got 15 minutes of, my sponsor today gave me this outfit to wear today. And I'm like, nah, that ain't even how that's supposed to roll, shawty. And then you put me in your stories. Like, nah, I'm trying to be on the front page where people can see. Nah, just send me my shit back. Like, that was a real thing. Like, send me my shit back. Right. Like, you owe me half. You robbing me, dog. Like, you owe me half of something. I appreciate the little thing that you did, but I'm looking at this contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm going to have to get my lawyers on you because this is not what we agreed on, and you only did that just to get the money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you were influencer.
And I had a bad experience with that too, bro.
How'd yours go? I want to hear this.
I ain't going to say no names. It's a big influencer out there, right? Worldwide influencer. We ran an ad with her years ago, like maybe a year or 2 ago before this incident occurred. Things were smooth. We didn't have no problems. Actually, no. The first time, we didn't even pay her.
Okay. So
we just sent it to like a P.O. box. We like, with our little story inside the package, and, she wore it. Cool. Come around to the second time, we reach out, we're like, we want to pay you for a post. And because the first time, like, she was just on live and somebody had caught it and a situation like that. But
try to be professional now. We done grown.
Yeah, like it's like, all right, come on, let's make a little connection. And we did that, bro. We went 8 months, no posts. The guaranteed turnaround time was like 2 to 3 weeks, no posts. And it was just a bad situation, like to the point that we had to like seek legal action. And like after that, it was like, okay, I'm gonna just refund y'all because I didn't post it at a reasonable time. It's like it shouldn't have got to this point
because it's not even important to you.
Yeah,
but I paid you for it to be important to you.
Exactly.
But you just want to do shit because it's all willy-nilly. It's gonna help you. Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm with you on that influence. I was like,
so I since then, bro, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. Not to say that I wouldn't do it because I definitely am, but I'm just a little more precise about it now. Like, just making sure there's a contract in place and making sure that we understand from both sides what's expected out of the ad. So until then, bro, I just haven't ran any.
Yeah, I never do it. I was like, I'd rather just take that money and put
yeah,
it in Facebook ads.
Exactly. And see like things like that. But to me, what's most important, bro, and it's absolutely free, is the customers.
Right.
The customers wearing it. You know what I mean? Like that's really like how I want to market my brand, is through my customers. And it's 100% free because they wear it, post it, tag you.
Be like, tag me on it. And I'm giving them a big shout out. Yo, man, shout out to such and such. Appreciate the love. And then they feel part of it. So now they tell
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the most important part to us, is like making them feel like they're connected, because literally we design collections, and then we'll like once a month we'll create this group chat with like 10 random customers, and we'll get like customers in a group chat, and we'll like literally let them select out what colors, what to take away, what to add. And we've been doing that now, and like, bro, it's been some amazing things. Like even this hoodie was created by one of our customers, like a color scheme selection.
I need one of them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly.
But nah, that's dope.
So yeah, I think I love that more than like getting influencers to wear my brand.
And plus, you're creating something organic, and then they engage with you because they're part of your process.
Yeah.
And just like a lot of our famous artists or celebrities or people in our industry or mentors, it feels it's only important because before when you was growing up, it felt like you was growing up with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's facts.
So they're feeling like they're growing up with you because they're getting the text messages, they're getting the calls, they feel like they're helping design it.
Yeah.
So now they feel like they're really they are not feel like it. They are part of your brand.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Super important.
They are part of the brand, and they helping you grow because of your organic reach out to them and staying consistent with them, versus that influencer that they don't know your clients. They ain't never talked to them. They really don't care. They just need to check, you know what I'm saying, so they can go talk about their master class on how they made 6 figures.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's
and you over here looking at it like, pyramid scheme, you feel me? I know how you make 6 figures.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the organic reach is way better than you trying to pay somebody for a reach.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So that's one of the gains for y'all young people that's just getting started and coming in these streets. Be careful who y'all invest in.
Yes.
Like I'll say, invest in yourself first.
Yes.
More into yourself, more into your craft, more into your brand, and start figuring out who can design and who can sew, who can't sew.
Yeah.
And just start perfecting that as you grow and sell. You feel me? And
everything has texture. Fabrics. Texture. Texture hair. The fabric of life. Fabrics. Touch. Texture versus race.
when it comes to like designing women stuff, like where do you get your inspiration at?
Just looking out, seeing like what women are wearing. You know, just obviously keeping up with the trends. That's played a huge factor in like how we design products. Yeah, and then like, you know, just getting opinions from like people on our team, you know, like seeing what they want. You know, it kind of boils into that as well. And then just also like the biggest thing, man, is like probably like periodically we'll make a post and just be like, what do y'all want to see from us? You know, because it means nothing if we're just designing stuff that we like. You know, we obviously have to know what the customers and the people want, which is like how the actual group chat design team came about with our customers. That and just, you know, just actually being transparent, like seeing what people want from us.
How do you pick them random 10 people? Like
Random 10?
Y'all put them on the spin wheel?
The pick 10.
Yeah. See, now that before y'all do that, that should be like a big deal. See, that would be a big deal for me. It
is a big deal.
Like, I'll be on social media, who's up next for the Big 10 pick? You feel me?
Yeah, man, yeah. and so, like, what we'll do, bro, is because what we do at our businesses, we try to collect as much data as we possibly can by like getting texts and emails at checkout, just people being on the website and stuff. So
Right.
Once they're in our funnel, like pretty much we'll try to go by like people who have ordered from us, because like then we know like they're willing to buy it if they pay,
Oh, they definitely gonna buy it once they know they're part of it.
Exactly. So we'll just systemize like different ways, like people who might have ordered in the last 30 days, people who might haven't ordered in the last year, different things like that. And we'll just go through the analytics and figure out like, okay, we're gonna pick one person that hasn't bought in 30 days, one person who hasn't purchased in a year, one person who's purchased recently. Like different funnels and systems is like going through it that way is how we try to like pick out those 10.
Oh man, hey, see me, that's dope. That's like a dope concept to me.
Yeah,
like
for
that's
sure.
dope as fuck to me.
For sure.
Because I would treat it like the NBA top 10 pick of the draft.
We should.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hey,
we definitely should.
I'll stand up in front of me like the number one pick in Rich Royal.
Yeah.
Design
But then
for
again,
the money.
I don't be wanting to call people out and be like, call them out on like, yeah, we picked you because you haven't ordered from us in a year.
Yeah, but you ain't got to say all that though.
Yeah, I know,
Know what
but
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying like that's probably why I never really thought about doing it. But
Right, yeah. But you ain't
yeah.
got to be like, oh, because this.
for sure. But
Yeah.
like making it like a thing where it's like, man,
But you know how many people be sitting there buying just to get on and be like the top 10, and that's when you hit it with them $10 shirt. Like this is what the winners get for being part of this. Blase.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? And I know if I'm part of that, and I'll be like, oh, they actually used something I asked about. Oh man, hey, cuz everybody got to get this.
Yeah.
Everybody. I need y'all to get at least 20 of this. I'm stamped on this one. I'm stamped.
yeah. And then you know what? Like with that, bro, it makes them be like on social media. They want to go show off and go crazy.
You
And be
feel me?
like, man, look, I designed this for Rich Roy. Or they, like it's not always like just them designing it. It might be like them just like giving their feedback on like what y'all think about this color scheme or what y'all think about this product. And they'll have the like kind of like the final say, or pretty much have the final say
Right.
on the final product.
See, that's number
They
content.
want to go to that and share that content in that
No,
way.
that's
Yeah.
what kind. I'll be
So-
on Zoom calls recording and get ready to drop it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a whole big deal to me. For like,
Yeah.
to me, that feels like a big deal.
Yeah,
you know
it
what
is.
I'm saying?
It is.
So I would have been like on part of the Zoom calls, like, yo, y'all gonna drop part of the Zoom call that we having so you can hear my input. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
And if you treat it like the NFL or NBA top pick, and I got picked in the top 10, boy, everybody about to feel that. Hey,
Yeah.
shit, I'm sharing that to everything.
Yeah.
And then now, this is design. And then once y'all got the design, be like, all right, to the top 10 lottery picks. Boom. Like, I'll actually do y'all got a warehouse, you feel me? I'll do a whole runway, like my own little mini fashion show for the people that made the top 10 picks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just live. Like, this is what y'all, this is what we did. Boom, boom, boom. And we
Then from there, it just makes other people look at it like, man, how I get in those top 10?
You feel me?
It is like, you got to be handpicked.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You see how that works?
Yeah.
you see the excitement that's
Yeah,
been around? Like,
exactly.
yo, they did all month, but look how much content you got too. All month long, you got all these Zoom calls. You get behind the scenes on designing it.
Yep.
Now you got to rip the runway in your own warehouse. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People sitting here now they on the Zoom or come in person to watch it actually go down.
Yeah.
So they grew with you this whole process.
Yeah, we got to turn that up.
So imagine when it drops.
Yeah.
Imagine how many people there are. Them 10 people.
And they
imagine when
see
it drop
like,
and they see-
imagine if it sells out, bro. It's like, oh, Lord, like, I designed this for these folks and it sold. I like it.
and they drop
Like,
that.
yeah.
And the day it dropped, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like we only drop, and then you make it exclusive too. Be like, we only gonna drop 100
So
of these
many,
because this is a special collection. That's only coming out once a year. On this day, to these 10 people, this is when it's dropping, and it drop and sell out. Now you done turn that shit into some Louis Vuitton type junk. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So now everybody like, oh man, how we get on the next one?
Yeah.
Yo man, we can't even get that look, that color, that scheme. You know what I'm saying? We can't even get that, dog. Like,
Yeah.
this ain't even cool.
Yeah.
And then, top 10 get it. Now they exclusive. Now, whoever the 100 people that get it, just be glad that you got some.
You
like,
in the loop.
You built that whole.
Yeah.
To me, that's what I would have been going for.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, so what we doing now? I made top 10, so how we going to work this?
Yeah.
That's just how my mind works off the jump. Like, so who can I tell? Is it a secret? Like, can I film myself conversating about this? Like,
For sure.
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But you create excitement behind that, and
Yeah.
that's super word of mouth at that point.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
Yes. Just doing it without even like making content around it has been like super word of mouth. Like people, like we get DMs now, like about people asking, like, man, what's this group chat I hear about? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So it's like, man, how I get in, and it's like, you just got to be handpicked.
So imagine you hype it. Imagine
if we hyped it up.
Boy, hey, I walk out there with a Rich Royal hoodie on with a sports jacket.
Yeah.
Hey, like I'm Adam Silver.
They're supposed to be wild out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the top pick goes to Sandra Jones. And then
Go crazy.
Hey, it'd be funny to be like, hey, act like you got people. I'm brainstorming now. I'm in my zone.
I know this is what you do. This is what you do.
I would act like I got people by the phones calling her up, and really I already talked. I'm like, really, just hit on something. But you gotta, hey, is this her? No, this ain't her. Click. Had like 3 people act like they trying to reach her. Oh, we finally got on the phone, and then pull up on Zoom,
Damn.
on live, on Facebook Live.
Dope. We got to do that. Mm-hmm. That's something me and you can work on.
Yeah,
you know. We should do that.
Yeah.
We should definitely do that.
You know what I'm saying? You know how that look on Instagram Live?
Yeah, it's like how they used to do. It was a show. It was like a show back in the day where they used to be like, we calling your phone. You know, it's like,
oh, like one of them old telethon shows back in the day.
I don't know, but it was like a thing where they'd be like, you win this, and we call you, and then it's like you got the person on video when they're calling,
yeah,
and then it's like, they get the answer, and then it's
show?
like,
I know the show. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like, oh, you won this. It's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that.
You gonna have me Google this show
Yeah, we're gonna have to work on it, man.
But look how dope that'll be, though.
That would be dope.
First out of pick, we got to get her on Instagram Live right now. Boom, Saj, you been picked in the top 10, the number 1 pick. How you feel?
Yeah.
We feel good. All right, we're gonna get all your information. We're gonna hit you back. Click, we got to call out number 2 pick in 34 more seconds. Number 2. Boom, and hit up on like
make a whole campaign. Yeah, for sure, bro. Like, we got to do that. We got to work on it. We got to do that.
Like, that'll kill it, dog.
Yeah.
That creates so much excitement and build up. And then now everybody on your social media trying to figure out like why you going live and going off live. Yeah. Like, who are these random people going? Well, you got 10 people. Like, he keep going on live, but he keep coming off. But every time he come on, you got to do somebody there. Why is he? Why is he going live with a suit on talking about first round pick? What is this?
Yeah.
Now, and all your followers, they all gonna be intrigued.
Like,
he didn't call me. Why he ain't? Then you gonna get them inbox. Why I didn't get picked? Yo, we just hit a button. Like all y'all names in the system. We hit random. It just pop up.
Yeah.
And we put y'all in order.
Yeah.
We don't
have.
I don't even get involved. I let my team put the criterias out there and then shoot. But if you do want to make the next round, it's based off of the next set of purchases. I'm gonna give you a hint. So if you purchase more than 5 items, you get put into the system.
My boy is on it, man. My boy is on it.
But if you want to make that pick, you got to purchase 5 items. You automatically in the system.
That's okay. It's simple.
Yeah. Now you done made 5 sales.
Crazy.
Yeah, I would run with that idea.
Yeah,
I like that. I don't even know how we got there, but I just,
brainstorm.
Yeah, I run with that.
Yeah, we got to do that. We got to make that happen.
You know what I'm saying? How many people are a part of the brand? Are you the sole owner?
Yeah.
Or you have partners?
No, I'm the owner.
You know,
as far as like people are part of the brand, like our team, ranges about 7 people.
7 people.
Like
so you're
employing
people.
Like and it might not like be everybody that works like in the warehouse. It's just like people that we work with on the team. Not if we're looking at it from that point of view, it's like 20.
Right.
Yeah, like people that we work with like everyday basis, like payrolls and stuff like that. It's like 20 people.
So that's dope because you're creating jobs for people.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're gonna grow. You
sure.
gotta grow. Now you can't look back. So that stepping out on faith that you had made in the day.
Exactly.
Now every day when you don't step out, you sit here like, damn, I gotta pay people. Like, I'm responsible.
Like our content creators, photographers that work for us, like camera people. It's like everybody, like it's like a real job. So it's like you can't treat it like, oh, we'll come back to it. Like, nah. It's like
now you the boss.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
So how you handle disgruntled employees?
It's a challenge, bro. It's a challenge.
Because when you was an employee, it's more like, I don't understand why they acting like this.
Yeah.
Now you in the shoes, and now you got them employees like,
exactly.
Why he trips? So how do you navigate through them situations?
Man, it's like you just gotta know who you dealing with. You gotta know your people. And that's why like I feel like it's super important to like know my team. Like I don't want to just be like, oh, in the position where like I'm out of reach with the people who are inside the company for as long as I can be like hands on with it. I want to be in touch with the people who we bring in because I want to know them. Like I literally care about anyone that works for me and works with me. And that's another thing. Like I don't really like look at it like they work for me. Like I'd rather look at it like we're partners, in a way, because it's like you're helping me grow, and with you being around me and seeing like the way that we're growing, I'm helping you grow. You know what I mean? And so like it's like literally like a partnership with anybody that comes in contact with the brand. So I take it super serious, bro. I'm real sensitive about it. I treat everyone exactly the same. Like I don't treat like anyone like, this person is more on like this level with me and the brand. Like, so they, like they have top priority. Like it's not like that. It's nowhere near that. So yeah, I treat everyone the same, and I handle it pretty well. Like from what they tell me, I mean, that's
I can only go by
what they tell me. So
like, I'm doing good based off. Yeah, I mean,
sure.
But that's a blessing because you get to hear it firsthand too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm quite sure if you wasn't, somebody or assistant, somebody would come and let you know, like, John ain't feeling what you're saying right now.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to put that in your head. I'm gonna talk to you later though.
Yeah. And we had those situations too. We've had them situations too.
Like, hey, just want to give you a heads up.
Yeah.
You might want to talk to him, and then keep on walking. You be like, all right.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like it's those situations come and go too. It's like might be a system that we're trying to put in place, and it's like someone might be used to doing it the way that they came into the company, so it's like switching over to a new system. It's like
changes.
Why are you tripping like that? It's like it's just a part of growth.
Once again, getting uncomfortable when you are comfortable, and that change when they come in.
And that ties into our slogan: expand your comfort zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
because that's a killer in a lot of industry. Like once you get people used to something, they don't want it because they fluent at it now. They flying.
They don't want to embrace that change.
Come in and be like, yeah, we about to switch all that up.
Yep.
Why? Like it's good now, but really not knowing that you already have the vision that it's moving forward, and you got to start adapting because the way this world works, you got to adapt quick, and if you don't adapt quick, you're going to miss that train, and you got to wait for the next train.
Yep. And
if you miss that train, by the time you miss your third train, it's like, I ain't got time to figure this out no more. You're going to get discouraged because you're not consistent once, you know what I'm saying? And then you're not catching up and picking up because you don't want to make changes because what worked for you, you think going to continue to work, and in reality, it's moving.
There you go.
That shit worked last week.
Right.
It working this week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I told you, I thought I was jumping with my 3 posts. And then I started studying.
Yeah.
Like I started researching. One thing is like when you start running, like when you run your own business, you have to learn to let your ego go.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And that's hard for a lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us in our culture to grow. Like you gotta let that ego go.
Exactly.
And I had to let mine go, and like, I know I'm not jumping like that. I know these DMs are telling me I'm jumping like that.
Right.
And I know these people hitting me up saying, yo, I'm next. It's saying that. But in reality, let me go see what people that are beyond my level are doing and where I need to go. Because if I don't, then I'm gonna let the little small little I accept all earnings and winnings. Like they always say, be appreciative.
No, but I know what you're saying.
Of the small stuff first,
to
the big stuff. But I'm saying like I know it's bigger and better thing. Like, am I outworking just enough people around me, or am I outworking the people that are the best in the world?
And that's why you gotta put yourself in them rooms with the people who are like on that level that you're trying to get to, because that's something that I've been doing a lot of lately. Just connecting with brand owners that are like at a bigger scale, to the public eye. It's like, we're trying to get to that level. It's like, just learning, like being open to learn. Like it's nothing wrong with like learning. No matter how much you know, you're gonna always learn. And so I'm always trying to put myself in those rooms with those people who are killing it and just figure out like things that are working for them. Let me see, because in that you'll find like certain stuff that you're doing wrong. And it's like some stuff you may be doing may be working for you, but it's like a better way of doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like if you learn that, you can just continue to apply it and find new ways to unlock new levels in your business. And that's something that I definitely am big on. It's like learning new things, keeping in touch with what's going on in the world, because like, social media plays a big role in our business.
Yeah.
So, we're never trying to be out of reach with what's going on, so that we can like always continue to like, we've had some of our biggest drops on like days where it's like, cultural events or, like a trend, like Push and P, the song that came out last year. We did a collaboration with a a brand owned by a good friend of mine, and it was like one of our biggest drops of 2022, and that was based off of a song. You know what I mean? And just the fact that the people who made the song had influence over our target audience, it made perfect sense to do it. And that collaboration was put together in like 12 hours, and it happened like that. Sold like thousands of shirts.
I said, that's dope.
So, yeah.
So y'all collab with Pusha P?
No, we didn't collab with Pusha P. We collab with a brand that had called Playmaker. Shout out to Kevin. We collab with his brand, and his logo is like a big P with like lightning
gotcha.
bolt. So like it just came together super well, and it made sense to like do a collaboration in that time. And it was so crazy, and this is why I always say like God's timing is like super important and super beneficial, because me and him had talked, like we've been talking since I started the brand. So like we've always talked about doing collabs, talk about it, design stuff, never come out. And then like literally in that moment when that song came out and it took off as like the single from like Ghana's album, it was like, we got to do this, and we got to do it fast while the song is trending.
And that song was trending for a while. It's still trending actually.
Yeah. And so like we jumped on it maybe like a week after the album came out. It was like the everything was done.
So y'all time was impeccable.
Yeah, and that's why I say staying in touch with what's going on in social media is like super beneficial in this day and age.
It definitely is, because it moves so fast.
Very fast. Bro.
And I'm gonna tell you, cause when I do my studies, I don't study people my age. I don't even study like college students. Like I don't study people. When I look at trends, like when I see what's going on, I don't look at nobody 18 and up. Right. And I'm gonna tell you why. Especially because 18 they out of high school. They're when you get out of high school, everybody that's once they leave the home or get out of high school to college, they all about themselves and figure out what they like. But if you want to see what's popping, you go look at them TikToks for them people like from the age of 10 to 18.
Yeah.
And you could just see the big change. Like, oh, this was about to come open.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the song?
Yeah.
Oh, this one song that nobody ever heard of, got everybody that played this song got over 100,000 views on it. Okay, what's up with this? Let me go ahead and try this real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then once you start seeing, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and start working that to my formula.
Right.
And then boom, it grows. You know what I'm saying? I do that on IG. Like I put a song on there that's trending, but you'll never hear the song. Like I turn that shit all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you know how you shrink it to where you can't see it and put it underneath.
Exactly.
Boom. So I'd be like, oh yeah, that thing got about 18,000 views. Oh, that song was popping that day.
Yeah.
But you never heard it because I use the song, but I cut the volume off of it.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's legit. That's legit.
But I study the youth trends, because when the youth do it, most of the people that's 18 and up have kids or are doing adult life.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Most of the time the kids be like, "Ooh, Mom, you seen this?" Or, "Hey, Dad, hey, cuz, hey, and now they're doing it because the kids are showing them. So I'm like, all
exactly, right? Yeah, no, that's legit, man. Like that's a lot. Like the youth is like super important.
Yeah.
So like they know what's going on, because like they on their phones all day. They don't like really have jobs, So like you're right. Like the way you looking at it is like people 18 and up working. They don't. We on social media, but we might not. Unless you just like sitting at home all day. It's like you're not on there all day. So.
To me, they the ones that's 18 to 24 faking it till they make it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's the fake it till you make it. I've been there, and I one of the
You been
best.
there?
I've been there. Oh yeah.
Talk about it.
Oh man.
Talk about it.
Man.
No BS.
Nah, not at all. I was at that stage. I was like, I was probably say, no, I was about 17, 18. And I was like, I'm going to do this. And but that's what MySpace was jumping. See, it wasn't even no Instagram or Facebook. I had MySpace.
Ooh.
You go on my MySpace page, but I was killing them.
Yeah.
I was at the beach. I was everywhere.
Yeah.
In reality, I lived like 5 minutes from the beach. But well, maybe 3 hours. But I was acting like each part of the beach was something new. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they're going crazy.
Yeah, boy, killing them. Hotels was different because, in Myrtle Beach, Hotel ain't number $40,
Right.
$50. So you just go down the beach. But every time you go to MySpace, my MySpace page was jumping.
Man.
Oh, he's somewhere else again. Where he at? Oh, we got to follow.
And what you in college?
No, I was in high school.
You was in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I know
Yeah.
you go to school. They like, boy, you turned up on it.
Boy, Meth, hey, y'all seen Meth at the beach? I be like, yeah, that boy was there.
Yeah, they like, man, he going crazy. Like, man, let me get with you on the weekend.
Right.
Let me see what it's like. Then they come around. It's like, oh, this is what you be doing?
Nah. Now when people, hey, that's how you kill it, right? So if somebody do decide, oh man, we about to roll and hang out with you. That's when you stop faking and go all out. So now, this is what we about to do? All right, so I know I'm going to get this hotel here that I'm going to go ahead and that one's like number 115, 120. All right, I'm about to stack this up with the food. Let me go ahead and call these people up. So now when these people show up, boom, now we got a whole event going on. It only cost me $200.
Yeah.
But guess what's going to happen? When I get back to what I'm doing and hustling, everybody see that and they going to brag about it. Now my brand done went back up. Now when there ain't nobody around, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you did what you had to do.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to build a name. You know what I'm saying? And I always
You
kept
did
the
that,
camera rolling.
man. You did that. You definitely did that. I can't imagine MySpace being around in this day and age. Like,
Nah.
I don't know.
Oh, I'll be a boy. If I had,
Was you going crazy with like the themes, like the like how the background picture used to be? Like, I remember when I was on MySpace, I was like 9, 10, maybe younger than that.
Yeah.
And it was like we trying to make sure we got like the coolest theme.
oh, my thing was always orange and black and Chevy.
Bro, I used to go crazy with like SpongeBob. You know how they used to have like the SpongeBob with the hat on. It was like I used to go crazy with that. Like I had a friend, bro. He was like, that's all he knew was MySpace, bro. You would have thought he worked for MySpace. Like,
Yeah.
this man was like, yeah, I got this theme for you now. I got this for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to make this your profile picture.
Yeah.
Like,
But you got to have this color.
yeah, you got to have this color, though.
You know what I'm saying?
And-
Like,
yeah, it was crazy, but that was the time.
that's when DMs were really DMs.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't do like now, just go ahead and check up on them. But you had to really inbox and get all my information. Like, yo, I'm hit you back.
Facts.
This is where I'm going.
Facts.
And at that time, it was a two-way pager. So, beeper, like, you're going to have to beat me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then,
Yeah.
boom, we jumping in these streets.
That's
but then,
crazy.
if you go to my MySpace page, man, I was at every Bike Week, Freak Neek. Anywhere, I was in the clubs.
Yeah.
I was young too.
Yeah.
I was still in high school. I was at all the strip clubs, everything. So when I
Wow.
post on my space page, oh man,
Yeah.
woo, yeah.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But now these days, is more people faking it and ain't making it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So just to see how your brand has grown and you didn't have to do that is special within itself. You get what I'm saying? Because you have an organic growth. You have the organic reach.
Yeah.
Then you got the people that's looking for you. Then you got you got a great brand. Like you got a great product and people want that product. You get what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And now that you done moved up to the women, oh man, you got kids next.
Kids, we've dabbed into it. Like, we do it like every now and then. And it does good. Like, it sells really good. I think one of the biggest things for us is just, like, we don't really want to try to do it too much right now.
Right.
You know, we just rather do what we know a little bit more about doing. Because, like, with kids, you have to think, like, people aren't really buying clothes for their kids in the summer. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, it works a lot during certain seasons, like, you know, going into the school year, coming off of like Christmas break and stuff like that. Those are good times, like, to do more kids stuff. But like, as far as like making like summer collections, you know, it just really doesn't make sense for
Hey,
us.
that's where that lottery pick come in at right there for the kids.
Yeah.
Them 100 outfits, call all the top 10 moms. Like, we picking the top 10 moms of
Yeah,
the month.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? We only gonna drop this on this day because we ain't really into the kids brand, but we want to show kids love and every da-da-da-da. Drop it on these 2 days, and I'm taking it off the shelf.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Now everybody, hey,
Blow
once
it up.
again, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
All the
gonna-
mamas
they gonna-
be like, oh, I gotta get my baby.
Yeah, facts.
Boom.
Facts.
Now they go to school fresh.
Yeah.
And they exclusive. Now they kids,
Yep.
because you know everybody want their kids to be exclusive on the first 2 weeks of school.
Right, exactly.
know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
And that's why I say, like, going into the school year, we do it then.
Yeah.
We definitely do it then. But like, just from past experience, like trying to do it like year round, it just really didn't make sense to us.
So when y'all gonna come out with like sling bags?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I would have got a sling bag.
I don't know. What's your definition of a sling bag?
Well, you throw it around. I'm trying to see if I got one in here.
Like a backpack?
Nah, backpack is 2 arms. Sling bag is one.
One
You
arm.
Just boom, throw it around your shoulder.
Okay. I was thinking about a different term for it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We've done
I
duffel
love
bags.
sling bag.
We made duffel bags before.
Right.
They went crazy. Book bags. We did crossbody bags.
Well, that's the same. That's kinda,
crossbody bags. Yeah, we've done some of those too.
Yeah, I like them for the simple fact that I like to vlog, and I can just throw my camera and stuff in there real quick, walk around, pull it out, boom, 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 put it back in.
For sure.
But I know the way your brand look, that I know a Rich Royal sling bag would be fire.
Yeah, man. And I take a lot of pride in like the brand because I just think like the name is just so prestige. It's
right.
Like Rich Royal. So I feel like it's like the amount of like avenues we can go with it, whether it's clothing, entertainment, anything we do with it, it's gonna work. And I'm not saying that in a cocky way. I'm just saying I feel like it'll work because the brand is just so prestigious. So it's like everything you thinking, bro. We probably thinking about it.
Oh,
yeah. We probably
keep talking.
yeah, but keep talking.
Keep talking.
What's up?
Yeah, that bag do sound good. Which one you got?
Yeah, let me. All right, that's the one over there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I had started liking it because just for the simple fact, like it helped cut down me carrying a bunch of cameras.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Then I can throw my cell phone in there real quick, my wallet, slap it on, and I can walk out to go to the game. Oh shit, something about to happen. Pull out the vlog, put it back in, and keep on going.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just quick, and it's fashionable too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a polo one that was canvas, and I think it was the last one in the polo outlet. And I got it. I haven't seen it since I bought it. I'm so mad about it. I don't know what happened to that shit. I wore it one time, and I looked online. I can't find it. I've been looking for this, man. But I know I rocked it to a game. I sat it down for a second, and then I left. I had just got it. You know how you ain't used to carrying it.
Yeah.
I had just got it, and I left the game, and I tried to drive back, and I was like an hour away, and I turned back around like, oh shit, and it was gone. I was like, dang, can I find it? It wasn't nothing in it either.
Yeah,
that's the best part because I just got it. I had the polo shirt. I had it was like a brown polo shirt with the bag.
You polo down.
To go at the one.
Yeah.
No, I was ready. I walked to the game fresh. I left the damn bag, and I haven't seen it, and I can't find it online or nothing. But
you fumbled the bag.
I fumbled the bag, bro. It won't be the first time.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna make you one. I'm gonna make you a replacement.
Yeah, I need one.
We got you.
Yeah,
we got you.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, man. We got to do that. Like I want to do a lot of stuff with the brand, like accessories, clothing, just stuff that you have around your house that you never get rid of, like coffee tables, like all of that stuff, like candles. Working on a candle right now.
Okay.
Like, bro, if I can make a light bulb, I would.
We taking it to the next level.
I would.
You know what I'm saying? Rich Royal light bulb.
Yeah.
Edison version.
Yes, sir.
But why not though?
Why not?
Why not?
I
mean,
you need it. You never get rid of it until it die out.
We got one life. We might as well just go all out for it. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, I'm attorney Leitra Young Maxwell with Forrest B. Johnson and Associates. I've been practicing law for 17 years, and I am licensed in Georgia and South Carolina. At Forrest B. Johnson and Associates, I specialize in tractor-trailer collisions, car accidents, medical malpractice claims, and negligent supervision claims. If you've been injured or know somebody who has, give us a call. We'll be glad to help you.
I say I just like the way that tour vibe. Like, I would want to go to your page and look and see, all right, they got 10 pop-up shops. And y'all about to do an HBC? You? Yeah, I think that'd be fire for the simple fact that it creates the buzz. Like,
yes,
I guarantee you, by the time you work all this in, you should be at least a 500,000 followers in the net by August.
Bro, for
you know what I'm saying? So I do when you first got started, like how hard was it to find vendors or find the right manufacturer that fits you?
That's a good question, bro. It took me some time because, and I'm not ashamed to say it, bro, like we used to have, like the past vendor I had, we had a lot of issues with like sizing, just not paying attention to that and like really not knowing. We just like just make a T-shirt,
Right.
and thinking like
Not
that was the
knowing
thing.
Eagle Express
Exactly,
large is not Gap large. It's not
yeah,
Burlington
exactly,
Coat Factory
exactly,
large.
and just learning that from getting like customer feedback, like this shirt didn't fit like how it's supposed to. Like we just took that and really started like paying attention to it, and once I found a supplier that like super transparent, like just willing to help, and that's like building relationships. That
Right.
ties into building relationships. Once we've done that, bro, we've been like super on it now to where like we might have like slight problems, but it won't be like something major where it's like the entire bulk order is like messed up. So just going about finding it, we use what's like called Alibaba. We get on there and we literally just source manufacturers for what we're looking for, whether it's like a custom candle, a custom microphone, custom anything. Like Alibaba makes there's vendors for everything.
Right.
So getting on there and just like sourcing out what we're looking for. And
That's why your size is messed up.
Yeah.
Right there, because Alibaba deal with a lot of, I want to say Asians.
Asians, yeah.
Yeah, so their medium.
Yeah,
is
and you
definitely
know what?
not-
Like that's what you think like going into it, but once you learn, like you have to like provide what you want to make for them, because you have to understand like everything is custom coming
Right.
from China. So like me going over there telling them like I want a bulk order of this product, say it's just this hoodie, it's like they're gonna make it like based off what they know if you don't provide like the size chart of how you want it to fit.
Yeah, because I do know when they cut frame. So
Yeah.
they cut it. So if
they cut it
they're
from fabric.
large, boom, they coming straight to your thing. They coming straight down to a large. Like you're supposed to be cut like this. In reality, everybody large, you might be heavy at top, slim at the bottom.
Yeah.
Heavy at the bottom, slim at the top.
Yep.
And boom. So how hard was that process to getting them to understand like, this is not what I need, but I do want to work with you because you got great product.
Yeah, just letting them know, bro. Like you have to let them know, like giving them feedback, being transparent with the feedback, and letting them know like, hey, this might fit. Like the collar might not be right, or like the GSM of the product is too thin, or it's like you have to be detail for detail with everything, and you have to understand how they communicate too, because like it took me some time to learn how to basically like translate. Well, not really translate, but like communicate with the supplier that I was working with, because how I'd explain something, she might not understand it, even if like it's in plain English. It's like she don't understand it because like my terminology for a fabric might be like something she's referring to as something else. So you have to understand like how they communicate as well.
Right. That's definitely because I learned that too when I was in management.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was talking to, I don't want to say Indian, but I don't want to say Indian, but either way, I was talking to somebody that's from Europe basically. And when me and her was talking, the way I was explaining stuff to her and two other people around, my thought process is like, you should understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
common
telling you
sense.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
in a way you'll think that.
I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I want. This is exactly what we need. This is why the company ain't growing. This is this, it is, it is. She was like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, what are you saying?
Sure.
Then I had to go back and was like, I had to sit down with him and like, so what part are you not understanding?
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I think I got what you're saying, but can you break this down, this part, and why did you come up with this part, and explain to me in detail, then I can get an understanding. I was like, okay. And so I can't remember the book that I read, and they was like, well, if you can't explain it to a fifth grader, then you're not gonna be able to explain it to an adult.
Facts.
So now when I do stuff and break it down, I go ask my daughters, I'm like, yo, do you understand what I'm saying in this? If they say no, then I know that the person I'm about to communicate this to is not going to understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when they say, oh, yeah, I got it. All right, boom, I can go. Because you have to be that detailed into what you're explaining. So,
exactly.
Yeah, I know that was a barrier to break. That probably took about
bro.
a good couple of months to break that.
Yeah, man. And like, we learn from it because like, like I said, we hear it from our customers whenever something isn't right. Like we've had production like that. We've had stuff that fits perfect, but through it all, like we're learning from it, and I'm not ashamed to say it because like it's just a part of growing a business.
Oh, it's still part of it.
Yeah, like
you learn every day.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You learn what works. Like Yeah, it worked yesterday. It ain't working today. Let me
Yeah,
try
for
something
sure.
different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it came down to just really narrowing down your brand with these vendors, and now you got your warehouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep and maintain everything from the vendors and making sure everything on time? And like, what is your process? Like, you wake up, get to the warehouse, and boom, what you do?
Yeah. So when I get there, one of the main things I'm responsible for is making sure that we know we're on time with production. So like normally standard production time for us is about 12 to 18 days. So with that we'll like map out. This is like we drop, like I told you earlier, we drop every Thursday at 12. So we have to know like pretty much like for all of our drops for this year, we're done. We have everything designed, ready to go, like samples pretty much done for the entire year. So now it's just about like piecing together the production, the bulk production. So I'll map out like if we were dropping something for March, say it was March 1st, say March 1st fell on a Thursday, like around January 1st, it's kind of like we start to get production rolling around that time because you have to leave time for production, and production is like Monday through Saturday, Friday, depending on what's going on. And then from there, it has to ship out, and we choose to go ship out on sea, which is like it's a slower processing time, but it's also the cheapest.
Right.
So like we're not cutting into our costs with shipping it express. So we map out in that way, like giving them time for production and then giving it time for the shipping, making sure that it's gonna be here on time.
So I'm gonna say that shout out to you. That lets you know how long he been working this, right? Because
Thanks.
that's details, that's the process. For all y'all that's just now getting into this business, getting into the game, don't think you're just gonna be able to jump into it, because what he just spit was a lot of knowledge and a lot of details on what it takes to get it happen versus a lot of people just seeing the end results and trying to figure out like why it don't take. So you knowing the details and what it's gonna do is easier for you to process and get it to the masses the way you want to get to versus, oh, just send me the product, I'll sell it. In reality, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? So what game would you give to the up and coming yous in the world that inspire to be like you or get close to you or want to follow in your footsteps? You got like classes you want to teach?
Yeah, I do want to teach class. I don't really want to teach like a business class, like, you know, about starting a business. I'd rather teach like a Shopify class, because like we run our website on Shopify, and like I'm like a Shopify guru, bro. Every day I'm like, when they send me emails, I'm opening them and I'm reading them like detail. Like I really want to know like what's changing in Shopify, because it affects like
that affects your bottom line too.
Exactly. So you know, like I built my entire website myself. I never had to outsource that to a freelancer. I built my mobile app myself. And I just know a lot about Shopify, and there's still certain stuff I don't know, but for the most part, I know just about everything about the back of my hand. So I would say, giving advice to someone, I would definitely say try to do as much as you can on your own in the beginning.
Right.
You know, just because you need to learn it. You know, like even with me, like even to this day, like I'd rather know it before I outsource it to somebody, and like, you know, because I'll know what to expect from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so learn as much as you possibly can on your own. Stay consistent, even when like you aren't seeing the results that you want to see. Like just know that it's happening for you. And number 3, have a plan. You know, have a plan. Don't just expect, oh, if I get 50,000 followers on Instagram and I post a shirt, I post 100 shirts.
It's going to translate into money. Really.
Yeah, and because it don't work like that.
Right.
So like you really have to have a plan about like how you're going to market your brand, how you're going to sell your product, you know, knowing your target audience. Like it's so much that ties under those 3 umbrellas.
And on that 3 umbrella, we got to have 4. You got to believe in your brand before somebody else believes in your brand.
Like and it's like this. It's like, how you expect me to wear your brand if you're not wearing?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like I'll see people with brands, they might get a good product and it sells like crazy, and then it's like the first thing they do is go buy Dior.
Somebody else stuff.
And it's like, you know, like I don't ever see you with your brand on, but when I do see you with your brand, it's like
you're not putting the same love and effort in
as you would like this Dior. You know what I mean? So you got to treat your brand like it's that brand that you aspire to be like.
And that helps other people believe in. That's why I'm waiting on my No BS merch to get here.
For real?
I'm waiting on.
What's going on?
Oh, I got hoodies, t-shirts,
Man.
bags, hats, socks.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, because eventually, when I want to start giving my guests, since I'm growing now and I'm getting sponsors, I want to start giving my guests gifts. Mm-hmm. That's just my appreciation for them coming on the show, showing love, and with the great sponsors that I have. They making that possible.
Yeah.
I was able to, with them, I was able to make like the first set of orders, not coming out of my pocket, you know what I'm saying, but make the first set of orders to start getting that merch in here and getting it here, which it should be done in the next, supposed to be actually next week before Valentine. So that gonna get here and I can just start showing love, so I can start rocking No BS everywhere I go.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely do that when you get in motion.
Yeah,
make sure you're doing that.
And those sponsors, they worked out. But you didn't have a sponsor when you first started out. So how did you get the bread to get it up?
So actually, bro, piggybacking into like the early stages, January 2018. Well, I'm gonna just kind of give you the rundown because I should have done this at the beginning. When I got out of high school, bro, I didn't get to walk at the high school graduation. So we're going through that. It's like college for what? You know, I didn't even see the point.
Right.
So I didn't go to college. Tried the military, that didn't work out, and then from there, I had different jobs, and then I ended up getting a job at Walmart in January 2018. And when I did, I told my grandparents, I was like, I'm gonna give y'all $100 every time I get paid, and I'm gonna save this for my brand. They didn't know. They was just like, okay, cool, you know, that's fine, you know. And I did up until like May 2020 is when I was just like, okay, you know, I'm gonna start taking the money, investing it in photo shoots, into the website, because like I had to pay for the website, you know, product, you know, all of the things, like, you know, my business LLC, right. You know, like my business license, everything.
Everything gonna take to get off the ground.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was just like, okay, cool. Now it's time to like really put it on the ball and get it rolling. And so when I did, I just started to see like the after effects of it. Like, you know, when we were making sales, I was just letting it go right back to the brand, because at that time I was still working at Walmart. So I was like, Walmart's taking care of my personal living. So, and I say that to anybody getting started, like if you have a 9-to-5 and you have a business on the side, let all of your money go back to the business, at least the first 6 months.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you already have something taking care of your needs, you can just continue to let this money build its capital, and then, you know, eventually, if it builds to the level that you able to leave your 9-to-5, do that. But a lot of people, they don't see the money grow, is because they go and take it after they see, after they see like, oh, okay, we sold out of this, that means I made this profit, and you're not reinvesting.
They're not reinvesting back into themselves. Would end up, I got to take like a 6 months pause.
Yeah, and then from there, bro, you never hear from them again.
You know what I'm saying? That's like going to college and leaving after the first semester till I'm coming back.
Right.
Bruh, really, you coming back?
Right. Yeah. Nah. You talking facts.
You ain't coming back. You done. But I do want to say, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, dropping that knowledge to these young folks out here, and let them know where they can find you at. Yeah,
man. So you can find us on social media. All of our social media handles are at Rich Royal USA. That's RichRoyal USA. And that's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything you can name.
Podcasts and classes coming soon.
Podcasts and classes coming. Yeah, for sure. They coming soon. We definitely do it.
Lottery pick coming soon too.
Coming soon.
I just want to see it. I just want to be like, yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be on that live that day.
Yeah, and also make sure you download the mobile app, the Rich Royal USA mobile app in Apple Store and Google Play. Our website is www.richroyalusa.com.
And that's the only way y'all can make the lottery pick, if y'all got the app. If
you don't
have the app, you'll never know when we going to do the drawings. I'm saying we.
Because we're going to make it happen.
We going to make this happen. But you never know when we going to do the drawings. But we going to do the drawings through announcing it through the app.
Yeah.
So if you got the app, and the announcement's only going to be on the app, you're going to get the exclusive video on how we're going to do the announcement on the app. And before the world get to see it, everything going to be on the app. So if you don't have the app, then you definitely ain't going. You're going to miss a great marketing, fun, and experience. It's all about the experience. You don't want to miss that experience.
Yes.
everybody want to be a top 10 draft pick.
Yes.
If you don't believe me, go
Rich
watch
pick.
any
Rich
any
pick.
draft.
Rich pick.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Rich pick.
Rich picks.
Rich picks.
Okay, you
Yeah.
hear it right here.
Yeah. Off the
Brand
dome.
announcement.
PSA.
You know what I'm saying?
So
But you gotta have the app to be a
you gotta
part
have
of it.
that mobile app.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only way we can get in contact with you.
Yes, sir.
And the only way you're gonna find out when we do it. You know, you want to be a part of this because it's gonna be a big deal.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want? Any quotes or tips you want to give out before we close this out to the world? Besides,
Man.
matter of fact, expand on your slogan and why it's your slogan. That's gonna be the quote of the day.
Yeah, expand your comfort zone. It basically ties into expand your comfort zone means stepping out of where you're comfortable and just basically like growing from it. You know, not really getting away from it, but you're growing your comfort zone because so many people stay where they're comfortable at and they don't see growth in their life because they don't embrace change. They don't seek change. And with that, if you never go out and take risks, set goals, you're never going to see the change and the growth. So we definitely speak to those people who are in a situation where they're comfortable and they're afraid to accept change and to seek growth. We want to speak to them and tell them, like, expand your comfort zone.
And y'all heard it there. If you're not willing to grow, don't touch your comfort zone.
Yes.
But if you're willing to grow, expand your comfort zone. And I want to say that's another episode of No BS Podcast.
Let's get it.
With Rich Boy, and we are out. Peace.
We out of here.